If you please rise, take off your hats, toboggans for the playing of our national anthem. Good luck and go Panthers!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Macon Middle School. Tonight, your Franklin Panthers will host the Mustangs from Smoky Mountain in a conference matchup. Smoky Mountain comes in tonight with a 4-0-2 record. Your Franklin Panthers come in with a 3-2 record. I am Ken Neitz, former head varsity boys coach at Franklin High School. And tonight, I'm joined by Dwight Long, the current varsity girls coach at Franklin High School. Coach Long, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here. This looks to be a pretty good matchup tonight. This is definitely one of those have-to-wins for the Panthers tonight for sure.
Absolutely. They dropped a heartbreaker on Friday to Hendersonville 2-1, which dropped them to 2-2 in the conference, puts them 2 games behind Smoky Mountain right now. So a real big game, especially in a short season. Coach Long, I was wondering, I coached baseball and soccer, so I know always the matchup with Smoky Mountain is pretty intense with the boys. How is it on the girls' side?
Oh, it's always intense. You're fighting for Cowie Mountain, so you always want to go out there and give your best game. It's always intense for the girls. We're expecting a very strong, intense game tonight. Like I said, it's a have-to-win for the Panthers, so I think you should see pretty good aggression out of them, trying to be first to the ball. Pressing in on that goal hard, very quick and very early.
Absolutely. Talking to Coach Kolazic today at school, we talked a little bit about Friday's game, and he was a little concerned about his wings at midfield and possessing the ball there. So made a lineup change tonight. He moved Isaiah Roots out to the wing, midfield wing tonight. He usually plays in the center, so we'll see if that helps out the Panthers and on their attack on the outside.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be a very smart move on him. They're playing the 3-5-2. It's a formation that the girls run and are very familiar with. And you have to have that width, and you have to have smart players out there wide that knows when to get to the sideline and when to move into the middle to help facilitate that possession. So hopefully we'll see good possession minutes here by the Panthers, and hopefully that move by putting Isaiah Roots out on the wing will give them that extra edge to get them pushed up there high and get those forwards some quality balls to make some plays with.
And on the other side, on defense, they're definitely going to have to look out for the through ball. When you and I coached against Smoky Mountain for years, Smoky Mountain's always played that long ball, try to get it on the feet of a foot of one of their forwards. And we always refer to it as kickball, but it's been successful. Looking at Smoky Mountain stats this year, usually they have 1 or 2 guys who dominate the scoring. They have 11 players who've already scored goals this year. So keying on one is going to be difficult for the Panthers tonight.
Absolutely. It looks, when you get players scoring like that, they may have moved away from that playing the through ball and the long distance play. Normally you're going to have a lot of passing up top, and whoever has the ball and has that open window getting a shot, that makes them very deadly. Now with that, Franklin has 3 solid guys on the back line. I think number 11, Caleb Peavy, will be one to watch. He's a captain back there, a very talented player. It'd be very important for him to keep his head tonight, be very calm, make solid plays and good decisions.
Yeah, and as with Friday here, getting off the soccer for a little bit, it looks like we only have 2 officials. So the game being delayed right now till our 3rd official gets here. We're not quite sure where he's coming from tonight. Last Friday it was from Swain, so the game was about 30 minutes late in starting. We talked about it last time, all the adrenaline you got built up from your warm-up and actually just from all day in school. and then your warm-up, and now you're out here, you got to wait. So
Yeah, and that calm down, that delay can really play a major factor in the athletes because those muscles are going to cool down. It increases some risk as far as getting warmed back up and the injury side of it. So hopefully that official gets here quick. There is a shortage of officials right now, so if we got some people listening out there, they can always take a ref class and help out with the situations.
absolutely, and that's not just in soccer. That's in all sports. So if you are interested and you're one who likes to sit in the stands and yell at officials and you want to see what it's all about, look into your local situation and see if there's something you can do to help. And as with Friday, looking at the rosters, Franklin is starting 6 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. There are no seniors on their class, and Coach Kolazic believes that that's a positive for his team this year, that they can grow and learn. And then looking at Smoky Mountain, they are starting several seniors. So, youth versus veteran, we'll see what happens. In close games, it's usually weighing to that team that has experience, and that's what Coach Kolazic was talking about Friday, that Hendersonville had a little bit more experience than his guys.
Yeah, and a senior is going to come into a high-stress game, such as this one. They've been there, they've seen that. They're a little bit lower on the nerves. So when you get a freshman or sophomore in that situation, this is their first time. Sometimes nerves play effect in how they perform on the field. But like I said, last season we got to see four ladies starting that were freshmen, and we saw the nerves on the first game, and they adapted very quickly. So if you got some good, mature, hard-playing underclassmen, you can mitigate those to some degree. But seniors definitely bring that leadership and that senior calmness.
Absolutely. The 3 freshmen who are starting for the Panthers tonight are number 4, Aaron Jennings, number 17, Jacob Martinez, who leads the team with 4 goals, and number 18, Jaden Pevia. All 3, of course, were starters last year on the Macon Middle School team, and I referred to them on Friday. Got to give Coach Van Hook and Coach Walker a shout-out to get these guys ready to come and play varsity soccer. It's a big jump going from middle school to varsity, but these 3 guys, as Coach Kolazic said, they are not playing like freshmen.
No, those kids were not playing like middle school players last year. So, I got to watch them play and perform, and it was quite fantastic to say the least. And they're performing very well here at the varsity level as freshmen.
Good point. I see Coach Walker and Coach Van Hook just got back from their game at Smoky Mountain today. It was their last regular season game. No matter the outcome of that, they had secured the number 1 seed on the west side and will be hosting a first-round playoff game sometime next week. We're not sure if it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. Again, lack of officials is a problem for middle school also.
Yes, and congratulations to those coaches. They've worked real hard, and they've developed a very good program, and they've got the equation figured out down there. They're putting up some good wins, and when you win your conference and you go into the conference playoff, then it's always looking good right now from the middle school team.
Absolutely, and again, we mentioned this on Friday in this short kind of condensed season, and you'll be doing that later on with the girls. One game can really trip up your whole season, so you got to come out and try to play quality, and no matter what level, whether it's middle school, junior varsity, or varsity, you got to be on every game in a short season. And again, shout out to Coach Walker and Coach Van Hook and the Macon Middle School soccer program.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially here at the high school level, you have to win your conference. I mean, we've already seen that co-conference doesn't necessarily guarantee you a spot in. You have to be the top dog in your conference to get that playoff seat. And right now there's 2 teams on the field that want it. And it's going to be nice to see who's going to fight to win it.
And just to allude to that, for those out there wondering what Coach Long is talking about, usually the playoffs is 64 teams. They have cut it down to 32, which takes a round out. So if you have not won your conference, you are not guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. After they do all the conference champions in the playoffs, then they go the highest winning percentage after that. So, again, every game's important. It doesn't matter if it's in the top of your conference or the bottom of your conference. You have to win the games you're supposed to win. And Coach Kolazic did that at the beginning of the year. Franklin Panthers did that at the beginning of the year, beating Brevard and Pisgah like they should.
Yep.
But now they need to get a big win tonight and get right back in the hunt for that conference championship.
Yeah, they really need to beat Smoky tonight. They also need Pisgah and a couple other teams to do an upset throughout the season. But definitely a win here makes it more of a wild card. There's no definite winner to the conference, so this is a very important game that we have on our hands tonight.
And again, just talking about winning your conference, usually you have some non-conference games that can help you in your quest for the playoffs. But again, with the condensed season, basically you're just playing your conference games.
Yeah, you can get maybe 2 to 3 extra games in there. With the varsity girls, we got one extra non-conference, and we picked a tougher team to give us a pretty good challenge to work out Ian Keek's early season, because after that one run, everything counts. So
absolutely,
you have to win your conference.
And I know the boys had Swain at the beginning of the year, and they were able to defeat them. That's why they're 3-2 overall and 2-2 in the conference. But again, no more non-conference games. It's now all about the conference games and trying to get that top spot to guarantee your spot in the playoffs. As we have a delay here, waiting for our third official to come up, we will go to a commercial break.
Hello, I'm Blair King, Vice Principal and Athletic Director for Franklin High School. Panther Nation, we need your help. We have 2 ways you can help all of our FHS athletic programs. One is to visit our GoFundMe page and make donations to make up for the lost revenue from gates from the limited attendance. The second, you can also buy sponsor ads or commercial space that will air during FPSN broadcasts by contacting Backlot Cinema. This will not only help all of our athletic programs, but also help ensure that we can continue to broadcast events free of charge for the community. Most people don't realize that sports like football and basketball help fund all of our low-revenue sports. Without the funds generated by ticket sales, we have trouble funding things like referees, equipment, and travel. We can't do it without your help. If you're interested in helping our athletic programs, please reach out to us at Franklin High School. The GoFundMe link will be made available on the FHS website and Facebook page. Thank you, Panther Nation, for your support, and we look forward to seeing all of our athletes competing once again.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Carolina. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association.
Have you seen what's new at the WNC Sports Zone? Baseball and softball season is right around the corner, and they've got all the gear you'll need. Check out their unique selection of athletic apparel and custom team hats, plus walls of shoes for every sport. Got a t-shirt or hat you need designed and embroidered? Give the WNC Sports Zone a call at 828-369-6587 and let their expert staff bring your idea to life. The WNC Sports Zone, open till 8 Monday through Saturday.
All right, welcome back to Macon Middle School. We now have 3 yellow shirts out there ready to be our officials for tonight. Both teams have already been introduced. We've already had the national anthem. We are ready for some soccer right here.
Oh, absolutely. And we just got good news about that middle school team. 3-1, I heard.
Absolutely. Today they played their last regular season game at Smoky Mountain. They defeated the Mustangs 3-1, which again secures the #1 side on the west side of their conference, of the Blue Ridge Athletic Conference. Coach Van Hook and Coach Walker, they will be hosting the first round of the playoffs next week. Opponent still to be determined. Most likely it'll be Hendersonville who gets to make the trip over here and play our Panthers, the middle school Panthers, on their home field. Not sure if it's Monday or Tuesday yet. Hopefully Monday. Game time, hopefully 4 o'clock. All right.
It looks like the officials are getting the final discussion in, their assignments, and who's got the ball first. And
in case you guys are wondering, your Panthers are wearing the red and black tonight. The white team will be, the white jerseys will be Smoky Mountain. The visitors wear white now.
that was a great change, considering we're the last field standing that plays on grass, or tonight, grass and mud. So when you got the colors on, that's going to prevent a few stains from showing. And if you're the visiting team, shout and Clorox. It's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. And again, guys, we will allude to it. Smoky Mountain comes into the game tonight 4-0-2 on the year, 4 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. Both ties were out of the conference. They are 4-0 in the conference, seeded #1 right now in the conference. And Franklin comes in at 2-2 in the conference with a 2-1 loss to East Henderson and a 2-1 loss Friday night to Hendersonville. So as we alluded to earlier, basically a must-win for the Panthers tonight. Not that they would be eliminated from the playoff run, but make it very, very difficult being 3 games back of the first-place team and having to come back and catch them with just a handful, not even a handful of games left.
Yeah, very few. If they lose to Smoky tonight, you're relying on other teams to beat Smoky and you to win the rest of your conference. That's a very tough thing to happen. So this win is absolutely essential.
So it looks like the referees have finished talking about where they're eating after the game. They're going to their spots on the field. We're getting ready for the game whistle to begin.
Looks like number 13 is getting ready to pass the ball back to his team and start it off for Smoky here.
That is Billy Ramirez going to take the kickoff for Smoky. Guys, quick shout out to Franklin Panther Sports Network. I know a lot of you will not be able to get to the game, and you can join in on our broadcast and see these two well-even teams play tonight.
It's a good pass back there.
A lot of pressure right there from Smoky trying to keep it in their end. Well done.
Yep. You know, Smoky definitely started off with that traditional trying to play the fastball through on the back line. Just a quick test on the defense. Looked like they were trying to use Isaiah Roots there on the side a little bit, and we had some passing back, and we had some possession there. They need to keep that up and maintain it and keep the ball off of Smoky's feet.
Yeah, Coach Klozik said they really needed to work at midfield, not bunching up and getting possession there. They got to win that midfield game. And Coach Long, you know, if you can win the ball at the midfield, you got a good chance of winning this game.
Absolutely. Oh, here's a good opportunity here.
Shot for Roots right here.
Yep.
Nice play.
I think that's exactly what they're looking for, is from that ball on one side and cross it over and have one of them wings coming in on the backside of that goal. It's very deadly, very effective at scoring a goal.
And again, Isaiah Roots getting moved out to the wing instead of playing central mid. Had an opportunity right there, just a little bit long on the touch. Whistle below, call foul on Franklin.
I think it might have been a handball. He had an awkward, I think he was coming in to control that ball with his head, and his hands were wrapped up below, and he got the handball call on it.
Gotcha. So a free kick for Smoky Mountain. They set into their half, 50-50 ball. Looks like
so far, they're doing a good job attacking and pressing for that ball early on.
Absolutely. Looks like Smoky Mountain's trying to find number 10, Hunter Presley there.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to work it. You can tell Smoky's playing 2-3 passes, and by that third, fourth pass, they're trying to make a run on the goal.
It also looks like Smoky Mountain is pushing up a couple of their midfielders, trying to get better numbers against the Panthers' back three.
Yeah, they only have 2 guys holding back on defense right now. So
we have a long throw in. Harder to have a long throw in on our field than the field they're used to playing on, which is a football field, which is a lot narrower. Good defense by the Panthers there.
Yep. And see, right here is where the Panthers need to capitalize on their opportunities with those two defenders in the back. They've got really need to send Isaiah Roots up and wide. He can make a quick run behind those two.
And that's exactly where Isaiah was. Had a chip shot if they could got the ball over the defender's head.
Yeah, feels like a little tripping call there.
Another free kick for the Mustangs.
And this is where Smoky can be very deadly. They got really long kicks. They like to float that ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see that going toward the back post. They got a lot of white jerseys lining up to make a run on it over there.
And we referred to this on Friday. The Panthers definitely are vertically challenged. they don't have many, if any, 6-footers there. So
absolutely,
if the other team could play the ball up in the air and over, advantage to them.
Absolutely. And, you know, with that being said, you know, they play a lot of man coverage. And sometimes that height will play to your against you.
Smoky working around, gets across.
It's clear there, a little by Vladimir.
Very nice clear.
Yeah, you'd like to see a defender put that ball wide or upfield. So,
ooh,
yeah.
Wow, a little shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Kind of surprised the whistle blew right there.
Yeah.
Looked to me like it was both players.
Both players were going for it. I think what got Roots on that one was, you could visibly see that shoulder make some movement.
Right. Number 17, Tucker Watterson, will take this free kick for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
They load the left side up. You can see that the Panthers are not playing a man-to-man. They're playing a zone, which when I coached, I liked.
That was a pretty good ball service there by number 17. I think he was a little bit more to the right of where he wanted to be. If you get a good floating ball like that and you got the numbers around it, you're very dangerous.
Panthers were able to head that ball out of danger, past the end line, giving the Mustangs their first corner of the game. We'll see what kind of play Coach Brown has set up for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. And Franklin's traditionally always been very good on defending corners.
And there's that ball up high
yep.
for the Mustangs to try to head in.
I think that's what Franklin's going to have to be very cautious of, not giving up fouls, especially on their side of the field. Smoky's very rehearsed in these set pieces. They definitely know what they're doing and trying to make it happen. If you give them enough opportunities.
I know Coach Brown's very creative on those. One year he would put the guys in a circle and they'd all running around in a circle before the ball was sent in.
Absolutely. You know, we all have a coach that does that every now and then. We had a few ourselves.
Yes.
I remember you threatened to fire me one time if we didn't score on one of them.
And that's number 8, Luis Torres, with the ball.
That was a great play there by Isaiah Roots to steal that ball and recover possession.
They send it in, and Sink is able to corral the ball for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. I feel like if they got that ball a little bit more squared, you had number 3 come at that wing. Our wings are getting in really good spots, top of the 18 box. If we can start using that, seeing those passes, Franklin's going to be very deadly against Smoky here.
And I think that was another reason they moved Isaiah Roots out to the wing, trying to get more wing play up top to get some more numbers in the box to be able to get some more shots on goal. Here's a through ball.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity.
Gets through.
All right. Oh, that was a great thought. He was trying to chip it over the keeper there.
And that will be a throw in for the Mustangs.
Right.
Deep
Panthers
in their
definitely need to do some pressure up here, not give them a free one.
Absolutely. Nice little flip by number 2.
It's a thought by Caleb Peavy there to get the ball up into the corner, and it was a little misread by the wing or the forward there.
And those listening, if you are wondering how you can help out the Franklin Panthers, you can go to the Franklin Panthers GoFundMe page for the athletics. All donations will go straight to the athletic program. With the state limiting 100 fans, they will not be getting the ticket sales that they're used to, and that money will go directly to Franklin High School athletics. If you are not tech savvy and don't want to do the GoFundMe page, you can send a check directly to Franklin High School, and in the memo line, just put athletics.
Absolutely. And all the teams need it. Last year, spring sports started to see that hurt, losing the majority of all their seasons. And the boys team and all the other teams are going to fill it now with a limited audience. So you know, sports isn't free. There is a cost to it. Every sport has different amounts, and you know, we definitely don't want to see our youth disadvantaged.
Great challenge right there by Isaiah Roots.
All right, Franklin's got a great opportunity here with that foul.
Just outside the box, so it'll be a free kick, not a penalty kick. It looks like Luis Torres will be stepping up to the ball.
This is going to be very important for the Panthers. When this goes in, they need to get all over that keeper and look to recover and clean up that ball.
Oh, off the post for
He's
number 8, Luis Torres. Right idea.
Great idea. The keeper would not have been able to save that if it was just 6 inches lower.
I don't think any keeper in the world would have been able to save that if it was 6 inches short. 6 inches shorter. Good attempt for the Panthers.
They definitely need to maintain the pressure, recovering the ball here high and keeping it on Smoky's side and put the pressure on them.
Not a very good goal kick for the Mustangs. Panthers able to steal the ball.
Throw in Panthers.
Number 3, Charlie Robles out on the outside, able to win a throw-in for the Panthers. 50-50 ball. Mustangs are able to win that ball, but not clear it. Panthers trying to keep it in on their end here. Put a lot of pressure on the Mustangs defense.
Good recovery there by number 10.
Solomon Espinal sends the ball in.
A little bit too much juice on that one.
Absolutely. There's the Smoky Mountain play we're used to seeing.
Yep.
Trying to use their speed and the
Speed
length
and
of the
height.
kick to be able to run underneath that ball and put numbers advantage on the keeper.
We definitely create some 1v1 situations and just a little touch on that head and continue to run, and you got a one-on-one with the keeper. So definitely a little traditional play from Smoky out of that one.
Yes. Well, they were back on their heels, had been on their half for quite a bit in the first 10 minutes, so just try to get the ball out of their area.
Taking the time to throw in here, setting up. It's a very long throw.
And Coach Long, we've always seen that every year. Smoky Mountain has somebody who throws the ball exceptionally far.
Yes.
And on their narrow field, it is a big, big game changer for them. A little bit different here since our field's not as narrow.
Absolutely, but I do recall us screaming several times like a corner.
Probably way too many times. The Panthers able to bring it down into the Mustang zone. Mustangs kick it out of bounds. A throw in for our Panthers. Oh, nice play right there.
Yep.
Mustangs again just trying to clear it.
Looks like there's a little water down there on that sideline. The ball pretty much hit it and died. And we'll throw in here. Smoky's definitely positioning up to put pressure on every single one of our throw-ins. There's no open players on most of these.
Coach Long, I got to have a shout out to one of our former assistant coaches who coached with both of us from Pittsburgh. Watching in on our Franklin Panther Sports Network is Coach Zach Barbas.
Coach Barbas. Absolutely. He spent quite a bit of time with us here.
Once you coach the Panthers, you're always a Panther.
Absolutely.
So welcome, Zach. Hope everything's going well in Pittsburgh for you.
I'm sure there'll be a comment here under the feed at some point.
Coach Long, we can all, everybody knew that today it poured here until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then it stopped. So we know this field's going to be slow trekking. How do you think that will affect both teams tonight?
Oh, almost every team that comes to our field is not a fan of our field. The ball rolls slower than what it does on turf.
Here's the chance for the Mustangs
That's a great one.
across.
Oh,
just could not get it over the keeper's head.
8 was there.
And that was Charlie Robles trying to cross to Luis Torres. Just could not get it past the keeper.
Yep.
And we know this keeper's name, Zeke Sink. He had an older brother, Zeb, who was one heck of a keeper for the Mustangs, following in his brother's footsteps.
It's a good play there by Isaac Jennings. Also an exceptional keeper. Smoky plays it out of bounds there, playing it safe. This Panther throw in. Another Panther throw in. Foul called against the Panthers.
My correction on the keeper, I was calling the wrong keeper's name, thinking it was Zeke Zink. He's actually a defender. The keeper is Carson Seagraves. Number 1.
And see, that's what happens when you get a bunch of old ex-coaches that know the players a little bit. We start making assumptions. Oh, that's a little dangerous play there. 2 guys challenging for the ball.
Oh, that's a
Yep,
flag
yep,
is up,
flag
so
is
that'd be
up.
offsides for the Mustangs.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Smokey's going to try to play that quick through ball, and a lot of times if you got an official that calls offsides real well, that usually will work in your advantage.
Definitely. I remember a game we had there, I believe in one half we were offsides 10 times.
Absolutely, but you know our guys were a little itchy to score.
But you know, Coach Long, if they called it 10 times, we were not offsides at all.
No, I always contested it.
Because of course we knew the rule better than the official did, and our view was a lot easier to see.
Yeah, we're watching the ball. He went after the ball was kicked.
Absolutely.
Every time.
Always. So I think that's a shout out to Kevin Sanchez, because he's never been offsides in his career playing for the Franklin
He has been
Panthers.
called offsides, but he wasn't offsides.
Never offsides.
Never.
Panthers keeping the pressure on.
There's good pressure. There's good offensive pressure there. You keep that up, even if you don't get a shot on the goal. Putting that pressure on the keeper and that defensive line is going to wear them out.
That was number 14, Aaron Arriaga, had a shot at the ball, but the keeper beat him to it.
Very solid play there by Vladimir, better known as Flatty. Good play back.
Real good possession right here for the Panthers. Let's see if they can capitalize.
And this is exactly what they need to be doing with that 3-5-2 formation. It's not a
Just out of reach.
Yep.
And
That's a good
there's
play.
the Smoky Mustang soccer just trying to send that ball. And going back to talking about the soggy field, we just hate to see if a soggy field will be the difference in the game. You want it to be won or lost by the soccer players, not by the conditions in the field. So
Absolutely.
I mean, both teams have to play on it, but we play on it more, so hopefully advantage Panthers.
Yeah, you know, our boys and girls are used to not predicting where the ball's going to roll every time. I always call it the element of surprise.
Yes.
But, you know, with the field being wet, a lot more sliding, less traction, all goes into it. We practice in those conditions, and we're used to it. A lot of our girls, they're like, Coach, you never cancel workouts or practice. I was like, as long as it's above freezing and it's just a little rain, we're okay. So, toughest athletes on campus.
So 16 minutes into the game, still a 0-0 tie. Both teams past that feeling out stage, usually the first 5-10 minutes feeling out stage. Really no solid attempts except for the one that the Panthers had on the free kick just outside the
another
box.
good run. He's got it.
He was able to
They're
stay
going to let him run with it.
sides.
Yep. Right here's where you need that backside loaded up with somebody for a cross.
Looking for that cross now.
Whew.
Ooh,
That was
close
well
one
thought.
on
Well
the
thought.
outside of the net.
Yep. And that was a pretty wide angle to shoot on. If he sends that as a cross on the ground, he had Isaiah Roots there waiting to put it in the back of the net for him. But it's hard to see that when you're right in front of the goal. Little contest for the ball down there. Got a Smoky player down. Looks like he's back up.
Looking for a call. The whistle stayed in their pocket.
Yep. Right there, we saw number 14 have a little slip there on the grass. And with a soggy field, you've got to take short, choppy steps. You're just not going to be able to cut like you can on the turf. Some good footwork there out of number 8.
Trying to make a move.
Yep. I think he held on to it just a little bit too long. If he lays that off right there to 10, got a shot at the top of the 18.
Looked like Luis was looking for a whistle there. Looked like he got kicked in the shin.
Absolutely.
But he still needs to
another
play
opportunity.
on.
So right there is where that soggy field's coming in. He slid on that cut.
Right there, he just needs to keep it simple, though, Coach, and try to get right in that box and get a good shot off.
You know I'm a fan of keep it simple now.
You know all those fancy moves only look good if they work. Coming from an old coach. Throw in for the Panthers, and they'll get rewarded with another one.
And you can hear some good communication down there on the field. They're communicating well, letting them know when to let the ball out, and that's going to play to the advantage of the Panthers. Oh, it's a pretty hard contest right there.
Whoa.
Oh.
Both players having a hard time keeping their feet right there.
Yeah.
Mustangs cleared out of bounds, throwing for the Panthers.
No foul. I was surprised there was no foul called on that one.
Looked like when one of the players slipped, they tried to grab the other one so he wouldn't fall down, and again, no whistle was blown. Panthers trying to keep it in this end, see if they get a good shot on goal. Try to send it in. Oh. Step late for Aaron Arriaga, number 14 there. Good cross ball right there. Hard and through the box. Good way to play that ball.
Absolutely.
And there's our one of our whistles, a foul on the Panthers. We give a free kick to the Mustangs right about midfield. Also on a day like this, any shot that hits that ground is going to shoot off that wet grass. So Isaac Jenkins really has to be ready for that. Hopefully someone will get a foot on it.
I think we've seen him prepared for that. He's done a lot of pushing the ball out versus trying to catch it. And that's a smart move, especially when the ball's wet. So nothing's worse than catching the ball and having to slide right through your hands.
There's a shot for the Mustangs just wide right.
Absolutely.
And will be a goal kick for the Panthers. That was number 21, I believe. Number 13, Billy Ramirez with a shot for the Mustangs, their first of the game.
Mtn loses possession there just a little bit. Good contest, but he stays in the fight. And you like to see that out of your players. When they lose the ball, they go after and try to get it back. Panthers are definitely playing to win tonight.
Yes, very motivated. Again, you can throw all the records out the window when you have a Smoky Mountain Franklin matchup. It doesn't matter if it's soccer or baseball or basketball or tiddlywinks for our older fans out there. It's going to be a highly contested matchup.
Yeah, it's just bragging rights that you beat Smoky. It is a rivalry for a reason.
Absolutely. Panthers coaches and fans are yelling for a handball there.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, the one who needed to see it did not see it the way that the Panthers did.
There was definitely some emotion on the field with that one.
Panthers have pushed up their defense a little
another
bit.
Foul.
There's a foul. He's going to have a talking to with the official.
Let's see.
Coach Long never been a fan of the official talking to the player on the first one because basically they're saying, hey, you can do it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If they come out with a card the first time, it's going to stop anybody from doing the rest of the game.
And we've both been in those situations where things have been let go, and before long it's out of hand on both sides.
Out of hand, and usually ends up with somebody getting injured.
Injured and red cards.
Yes.
Well, it seems once they have had enough of it, they just start throwing the yellow cards like candy. And it was perfectly fine 15 minutes ago.
Exactly.
I think they're all getting set up, taking their time on this one.
Another long throw, trying to get it into the box. Goes all the way through and out of bounds. Did the Panthers get ahead on it? Yes, they are rewarding the Mustangs with a corner. So another set play for the Mustangs. Let's see what Coach Brown draws up for this one.
I'm going to say high float, backside of the goal.
Looks like they are loading up the backside of the goal here. No, they're kind of spread out. They're spread out there.
Equal distribution, Coach.
They are putting their tallest player right in the middle.
And I think that's true for almost. Well, he's coming out of it now.
He's coming out, so thank you.
And that is that's good timing.
Yes.
That's that time whenever you have the sub and you see you got a corner, you pull the guy at the midfield back on your bench.
Yes.
So.
Not too much movement, sending the ball in.
Yep.
Punched out by Isaac Jennings.
Panthers need to be very tactical in how they move this ball back out into the field.
Quick throw in right there.
Quick.
Well done by the Mustangs. Panthers equal to the task, trying to clear the ball out of their zone. Unfortunately, out of bounds, another throw in.
Yeah, we got to recover back on the field there.
You can see how earlier the Mustangs were taking their time like they're doing now on the throw in and doing a long throw in. That last one was real quick and caught the Panthers by surprise.
Yeah, that change of speed is. I believe there's a pitch in baseball that does that.
Yes. But, oh, here comes the Panthers. They have some numbers who I like to
Wide.
see. Good idea.
Here we go. He's going to have a little footwork here on this one.
That's Luis Torres with the ball. Trying
He's
to make
got
a
great
move. He
ball
gets
handling.
past one. He
Good
sends
cross.
it across. Oh, late offsides call by the official. Happened way up here. That whistle should have been blown if it was going to be offsides when he touched that ball.
Yeah, that ball was played
Wow.
a solid 30, 40 yards up the field before the whistle was blown.
Those are the things that frustrate the heck out of a coach.
And the players, you know.
Yes.
You know, he just spent a lot of energy there working around that defender to get the cross in, and unfortunately, after the ball was served, the whistle was
I
blown.
know Luis is a little upset about that, but he needs to hustle back, help his team on the defensive end.
Yep. Stay in the fight.
Yes, absolutely.
It's 0-0 right now. It's anybody's game. With some good speed. Franklin seems to have a little speed on the defense over here on the right side.
Ooh, a player slips down. They have some numbers.
Yep.
Oh, we need a better touch right there.
Yep.
Unlucky
He knows it.
right there. Unlucky. Had numbers. He could have settled, maybe even taken another touch and ripped a shot right there.
I was about to say he might have had a shooting opportunity from that location. There was number 2 on that one, I believe.
That was number 2, Landon Green, with that ball. It was brought to my attention Landon was in the game on Friday. I never mentioned his name, so my apologies to the Green family and Landon. Landon is another freshman who's playing varsity soccer for the Panthers. Fight for the ball, throw in for the Panthers.
It's Luis with the throw in. I definitely think I would have left that ball, let one of my outside backs throw the ball in and use his footwork. Oh,
That could have definitely been another handball right there.
That could have changed the outcome of the game right there.
On the Mustangs, that would have been a handball in the box, which would have given a penalty kick for the Panthers. And with how evenly matched this game is right now, getting that first goal would be a huge momentum changer. So
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, no whistle, no call.
And, you know, you almost wonder for an official blowing a whistle on a tight game like this right here. Are they nervous to blow that?
True. You know, they always say the best officials when you don't notice during the game. So maybe that was their.
Oh, I think he was definitely noticed on that whistle. Yeah, Panthers are definitely using a good run and go when they stop to get past them defenders. They get good speed and they stop on them quick, and that's.
That was a left-footed shot by number 17, Jacob Martinez. Again, another freshman on the varsity. He leads the team with 4 goals and 2 assists. The keeper, Carson Seagraves, equal to
Here
the
we go with
task.
Isaiah Roots on the sideline, trying to play it in the middle. It's a good thought. Some good defensive stand there by the Panthers. Yeah, and you can tell Smoky's getting fatigued by the slickness of the field tonight. They're not able to cut and turn like they are used to doing, especially with long strides. Oh, looks like we've got a call here coming from the ref to the sideline. Oh, we got a yellow card issued.
To one of the Panthers players.
Another. Was that a double?
I think it was just one. I think they were showing who it was on. The protocol is once they give a yellow card, they are supposed to explain it to the coach.
It was like Coach Matt still asking for some explanation or contesting the yellow.
And for those of you who are new to soccer, what a yellow card means is that player must come off the field. He can be replaced, and he must be out for basically one player one time the ball is brought back in. If a player gets a second yellow card, he would then be disqualified, and he cannot be replaced.
Yeah, you never want to get a red card and play with 10 players. There's still some conversation there between sideline and official.
And you definitely don't want to keep getting on the official's case when that yellow card is warm that he just brought out of his pocket.
Yeah, they're not going to change that call. I've had a few years of trying to argue some of those, and all you do is you make it harder on you and your team.
Oh, that is one heck of a shot.
I didn't even see who shot that one. That was a rocket from outside the box. All right, let's hope the Panthers do not get discouraged here. Keep their heads up, and get back in the fight and get their goal back.
Still trying to get the number of that player with one heck of a shot. That was a great rebound.
I believe we're going to stop the clock on this one. But yeah, right here, definitely, now Coach, coming from your end of it, how do you keep these boys in the game and not drop their heads?
Well, one goal's not too bad, 2 goals, but you know my saying, if somebody gets up by 2 goals, the next goal's going to win that game.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Definitely not out of here. What would be a little bit demoralizing for Franklin is they kind of have been dominating the possession of this game for the first 30 minutes. Had a couple good looks, had hit the post once. Really had some good looks, and the Mustangs have not had that many shots.
Absolutely.
And I mean, again, that was just a great shot. You can't blame Isaac Jennings for that one.
No.
There's not many keepers, even professionally, that are going to stop that shot. That was just a great shot. I believe, I still don't know what number shot that. Real tall guy, the guy we had talked to before.
Real good leg on him.
I believe it's number 10, Hunter Presley. That's what I think it is. If it's not Hunter, whoever I'm forgetting to say, I apologize. I believe that's Hunter Presley with, again, a volley shot. That was just a rocket.
Absolutely.
And great placement.
Yeah, we were still up here discussing the yellow card and the action going on the sideline. And, we just look up, and here goes a bullet right over top of Isaac's head, just out of the blue. And it makes you wonder if maybe the Panthers were too focused on what was happening there with the yellow card and resetting from that, and Smoky took advantage of low pressure.
And that's definitely a possibility. We talked about their youth, and that can definitely happen. With your youth at
a little trip up.
Yeah. Looks like both players are down right now. Both players limping a little bit. That's Isaiah Roots for the Panthers.
Now, I've coached the Roots before, and if I know anything, they get hurt. They don't get injured.
Big difference. Big difference of being hurt and being injured.
And sometimes they don't even want to admit that they've been hurt. Oh, that's they're giving that to Smoky.
Wow, looks like that's a Smoky Mountain throw-in. Again, I'm glad there's not instant. Well, the Mustangs are glad there's not instant replay, because I think the Panthers would be having that ball.
All the fans have instant replay. Oh dear. Oh, we got to stop the clock on that one.
Looks like a card's going to be coming out here too.
Yeah.
Here comes a yellow card for number 18, Jaden Pevia. That'll be the second yellow on the Panthers. Jaden's first.
He's a freshman as well.
He will have to go out of the game. Coach, to me, that looked like that might have been a freshman play, just a little,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Frustration foul right there.
I know both the Pevia boys on the field tonight. They're great players. They're great students as well. And I think right there that's frustration. I know Jaden's the offensive brother and Caleb's the defender of the family, and I think right there Jaden's getting a little frustrated with that goal and what's going on. made a slightly poor choice in how he attacked for that ball.
Yes.
Now he's got to be careful. When he goes back in, he's going to have to play clean.
Correct. Because the second yellow, I mean, 2 yellows equal a red card, which means he could not be replaced, and the Panthers would have to play down a man. And in the conference game, especially down by a goal, that definitely would not be good for the Panthers. I know I'm stating the obvious, but
it's a complex sport, Coach. We got some throw-ins here from the Panthers on the sideline. It looks like that was a foul instead of a throw-in there. So here's a great opportunity for the Panthers to possibly get a goal-scoring opportunity. Definitely need to get on this ball first and
that's a real
put
good
it in.
ball.
That's great service. Right in the pack.
Bounces around.
That's exactly what you want.
Keepers equal to the task. I liked how the Panthers moved everybody up right there, put a lot of numbers in the box.
Lots of pressure.
Again, a great service.
Yep.
If they keep doing that, they will be rewarded.
And we definitely had one of our red shirts out there in front of the pack attacking that keeper. If he fumbles that a little bit, I believe it was Isaiah Roots on that one. He would definitely poke it back in.
Something Coach Kolazic said they needed to work on after Friday's game was surrounding that goal when the ball is set in. Here's
Another
a foul
foul
on the Mustangs.
Yep, definitely a foul from behind. Tripped the defender up. It's a good play upfield.
Ooh, good challenge on the ball.
Great challenge. We're still playing. There's that water on the sideline. You can see it splash up as they play. So that could play to your advantage, especially keeping the ball in bounds.
Yes.
If you mean to do it.
Even if you didn't mean to do it, you could play to your advantage.
Oh, here's another whistle. Foul.
Another whistle. And it
Oh,
looks
another
like
stop clock.
Another stop the clock.
Yep.
Looks like there's going to be a yellow card on a Mustang player.
And we talked about this earlier. You know, they let it go for a little bit, and then when they start throwing a yellow card, it's kind of like candy. Everybody gets some.
Looks like that yellow card's on number 14, Jose Ramos, for the Mustangs. Again, he must come out of the game. He is allowed to be subbed for. If by chance he gets a second yellow card, then the Panthers would be playing up a man.
That would definitely be to our advantage.
Yes.
You know, that's part of coaching too. You know, if you got a player that's got a yellow card, you know, you want to go down there and be close to their proximity frequently with the ball, and you know, maybe you get another foul. And
Looks
get an
like
advantage to your
Pablo
team.
Montalego will be serving this free kick in.
It's a great service. Some Panthers got some touches on it.
And Coach, you can see the frustration from the Panthers, especially number 8 Luis Torres right now.
Yeah, I think he definitely he had a good position there to where he could have pulled that ball down to his feet and got a great quality shot off of it. What I've always told the players is you don't have to tell them they made a mistake. They know when they make a mistake. And
here's Luis on the ball trying to serve it in to Jacob Martinez.
You always make up for the next play, and he tried to do that right there with a good through ball for his teammate.
And Luis is our top goal scorer for the Panthers. He has scored 7 goals, had a hat trick earlier in the year against Pisgah. I think I mistakenly said Jacob Martinez was, but he has 4 goals on the year, and Luis has 7.
Yeah, he's got a great touch.
So with both those players playing up top in this lineup, it's important that we get the ball on their feet, give them a good look at the goal.
Absolutely. And both those players will be back for the next season as well.
Ooh,
So
and a foul on Smoky.
Foul
Deep
for
in
us.
the-
Yes.
Time for the Panthers to tie this game up, take advantage of this penalty that they just called.
Yeah, 5 minutes left on the clock right here. This is a great position. Put that ball high, let it drop in. Make sure you keep it out of that keeper's hands.
And we know it's always nice to win the last 5 minutes of a half. Gives you a lot of momentum going into the second half.
Coming off the field, knowing you're moving in the right direction, absolutely. And they're doing really a great job right now keeping the ball pressured on Smoky. So he went straight for a shot there.
And Coach. They weren't trying to just lob that in. He was trying to power to the back of the net.
Yes. I think that might be called an El Paso to the back of the netto.
Not a bad idea right there to try to just blast it right past the keeper. Unfortunately, a little bit too high.
Absolutely.
Coach, something I noticed out of the Mustangs is they kind of struggle on their goal kicks and their punts by their keeper.
Yeah, they definitely don't have the distance.
No, that's something that the Panthers should be able to look at and maybe adjust in the second half, moving some
Pressure
people
up
up and maybe winning some of those 50-50 balls and keeping the ball in our half. And keep that pressure on the keeper that they've been doing.
Yeah, if we have the ball on the Smoky side, we've definitely shown some dominant play on their side. Now, when Smoky gets over to our side of the field, the tables definitely turn.
Yes.
Most because they're playing
well
rapid. That's a great play out there of Caleb Pivia.
Great play by Caleb.
And that's the kind of defender that.
Looking to send it up.
It's a great play. Still Panther ball.
Caleb pushing up and taking this
exactly
throw
what
in,
he should be
awesome,
doing.
Pushing up more numbers.
Yep. It's back in the field of the play to receive it there.
Right there, I think I would have.
Yep. I'll pass it right back to him, let him cross the ball in.
Exactly. Then it would have been almost like a corner.
Absolutely.
And he had a lot of momentum going. Had made a great play on the defensive end to bring the ball up here. I would have liked to see him rewarded and get that ball right
Absolutely.
back.
And everybody watching right now, Caleb Pivia is just a defender that's just a joy to watch. He's so dynamic and reads players very well.
Caleb in his third year on varsity for the Panthers, and if I remember correctly, he was an all-conference selection last year as a sophomore.
Well earned.
So if there is a veteran presence on the field, I'm gonna have to say that would be Caleb there.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely a leader, and
I'm not sure if he's too much of a vocal leader, but he definitely leads by example in the way he plays the game, and he plays it the right way.
Absolutely. And he's always willing to learn. He's always talking. I have him in class, and he frequently gets me off topic, talking about some soccer. So, calling a goal kick.
Wow.
Yep.
Looks like the ball was off of Smoky Mountain. Unfortunately, the official did not see it that way.
Yep.
And is giving Smoky Mountain a goal kick. Maybe this is going to be one of their shorter goal kicks, and the Panthers will still be able to take advantage and put some pressure on the last 2 minutes, maybe even this game up.
Yes, and right here, Luis needs to be getting back on side so he can be involved in the play instead of holding up quite so high.
There's Caleb again.
So here we go.
Oh, good look through the middle.
Yeah.
Trying to play that ball to Jacob Martinez.
It's a good defensive stand. It's a well play. Giving Smokey the foul on that one. That was a pretty solid play to the ball, but I think the sound of that foot running through that cleat caught the official's attention.
Oh my goodness!
He's
again not a dirty play, going for the ball.
Yep.
Looks like the official's now going to be bringing out another yellow card. I would love to know the reasoning why this yellow card. Is he just talking to him? But he stopped the clock. Usually comes with a yellow card.
Absolutely. I think what it was, I really don't think he saw. I think he heard. Anytime you hear that little cleat sound, he might be thinking it might be cleats up.
It looks like he's sending him off.
But I did not see a yellow card be raised on that one.
And that is not Isaiah Roots. That's Pablo Montalongo. I never saw a yellow card, but it looks like he's booking him, Coach.
That it does appear that way. Yellow card has stayed in the pocket.
And Coach Kolazik's asking him for an interpretation, an explanation on why he got sent off, especially if no card was shown.
And coaches are allowed explanations on this, and sometimes officials might take that the wrong way, but a lot of times, especially in that situation, he needs to come over there and explain why he's going off and not having that card raised. It's a different situation.
And Coach, we've definitely seen people make dirty slide tackles. That definitely was not one of them.
No, that was
going for the ball. He may have caught a heel. He was in front of him. He didn't play it from behind. He didn't go studs up. I don't know if that was warranted.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that Smoky player was running and he's bringing his ball in for the foot in for the ball as well, and his foot came underneath that cleat, and that's what made that plastic type sound. And that's not a cleats up play. That's just a circumstance of the situation, both playing for the ball.
And something I totally believe in, when the official's talking to the coach for an extended period of time, he's trying to convince himself that the call he made was right. Again, Coach Kolazik's not going to win this argument. He's already sent him off. But again, he did not show a yellow card. But you usually don't get booked if there's not a card. And they were able to sub for him. I believe Vladdy came in.
Yep.
So if anything, it was a yellow card, but he never showed it. Again, just another thing that's frustrating to coaches. And I'd hate for something like that to lead to a second goal for the Mustangs. So hopefully the Panthers can hang tough for this last minute and a half and maybe use that motivation during halftime and come out strong in the second half.
Absolutely. And, you know, when you have that downtime, it gives the other team time to set up and tactically prepare for an attack on your goal. Meanwhile, your players are like, what's happening? What's going on? They're trying to figure out the situation.
Panthers got to be careful here.
Right here, I think this is the same spot we had a little trouble with earlier. Good clear.
Well done, good clear. Just try to survive this last minute. If we can come and tie this thing up on able to counter on them, it'd be great.
Absolutely.
Here the Mustangs playing quick on the throw-in and less than a minute left in the first half, and they're staked to a 1-0 lead on a great goal, we believe, by Billy Ramirez, excuse me.
Yeah, you know, the Panthers have played a great game. I think that one goal came off a moment where they released their pressure and gave them time to set up to get that shot off. I think what we can, this ball's going out of bounds here. This is going to be the end of the half.
And they gave it a goal kick.
Yeah, this is going to be the end. We're definitely not going to rush here. Looks like they're going to go for it.
But you definitely don't want to rush here and make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, you would hate to see
you
slip right here.
You want to see this ball. Yeah. You definitely want to see this ball get up high in the field very quickly with very few seconds left, so chances of a counter are limited. Here's a good opportunity. Got to take a shot here.
Unfortunately, ran out of time.
It was a little bit wide, but it was a great look there. It's good to leave the field with a shot. That came off of number 14, Aaron Yaga.
And that brings us to halftime with our Panthers losing to the Mustangs 1-0. For the Franklin Panther Sports Network, we'll go to commercial.
Absolutely.
C12, take one.
Welcome. All of us here at Drake Software are so happy that you're here with us today.
The Drake Software Education team is hard at work preparing for the 2019 update schools.
Welcome to Tax and Subjects Podcast. I'm Ryan Norton.
Hey, and welcome to Taxes and Tacos. My name is Paul.
And I'm Sue.
Call me today so we can make you part of the Drake family. Real people, real solutions, Drake Software.
Choose FrontWorks to save time, staff, and you this tax season.
Franklin sits in Macon County. Within Macon County, we have the Nantahala National Forest, which is roughly 500,000 acres of a pristine environment for you to get out and play.
We are Highlands Aerial Park, and we love Macon County.
There's plenty to do and memories to be made in our little mountain town. We hope you enjoy your stay in Franklin with your pup.
So we're ready to go. All right. Well, hello. Oh, goodness, I'm already off to a bad start.
Sticking this landing? Not so simple.
Allie Roots Jr. Bathing 2 check and on the soft floor.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panthers football.
Yeah! Yes,
Pass
sir.
complete.
Hello, I'm Blair King, Vice Principal and Athletic Director for Franklin High School. Panther Nation, we need your help. We have two ways you can help all of our FHS athletic programs. One is to visit our GoFundMe page and make donations to make up for the lost revenue from gates from the limited attendance. The second, you can also buy sponsor ads or commercial space that will air during FPSN broadcast by contacting Backlot Cinema. This will not only help all of our athletic programs, but also help ensure that we can continue to broadcast events free of charge for the community. Most people don't realize that sports like football and basketball help fund all of our low-revenue sports. Without the funds generated by ticket sales, we have trouble funding things like referees, equipment, and travel. We can't do it without your help. If you're interested in helping our athletic programs, please reach out to us at Franklin High School. The GoFundMe link will be made available on the FHS website and Facebook page. Thank you, Panther Nation, for your support, and we look forward to seeing all of our athletes competing once again.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Carolina. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association.
Have you seen what's new at the WNC Sports Zone? Baseball and softball season is right around the corner, and they've got all the gear you'll need. Check out their unique selection of athletic apparel and custom team hats, plus walls of shoes for every sport. Got a t-shirt or hat you need designed and embroidered? Give the WNC Sports Zone a call at 828-369-6587 and let their expert staff bring your idea to life. The WNC Sports Zone, open till 8 Monday through Saturday.
Hello, I'm Blair King, Vice Principal and Athletic Director for Franklin High School. Panther Nation, we need your help. We have two ways you can help all of our FHS athletic programs. One is to visit our GoFundMe page and make donations to make up for the lost revenue from gates from the limited attendance. The second, you can also buy sponsor ads or commercial space that will air during FPSN broadcast by contacting Backlot Cinema. This will not only help all of our athletic programs, but also help ensure that we can continue to broadcast events free of charge for the community. Most people don't realize that sports like football and basketball help fund all of our low-revenue sports. Without the funds generated by ticket sales, we have trouble funding things like referees, equipment, and travel. We can't do it without your help. If you're interested in helping our athletic programs, please reach out to us at Franklin High School. The GoFundMe link will be made available on the FHS website and Facebook page. Thank you, Panther Nation, for your support, and we look forward to seeing all of our athletes competing once again.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Carolina. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association.
And welcome back to Macon Middle School. Our halftime's about over. Have to say goodbye to a couple of our former players, Coach.
Absolutely. It was always a blast to see him sneak in to
Alan
areas.
Esquivel and Juan Gomez, two guys who played together
Legends.
for the Panthers. Yes. I just graduated a few years ago, but still coming back and supporting their Panthers. Like we said before, once a Panther, always a Panther. So we got a minute left in halftime. Coach, what do you think Coach Kolazic was telling his boys?
I definitely think he's telling them to keep doing a lot of what they were doing in the first half, keeping that pressure tight and on Smoky at all times. Definitely keeping that possession up. They definitely had more possession that half, as well as when you get down here next to that goal, I don't know if he would say this is what I would say. I'd be like, be patient, use your drops, because we got an edge on that defense. Work that pass. When we get that shot, take that shot from the 18, because Smoky's giving the corners of that penalty box up, and that's a great spot. Take a nice shot to the back post.
And something else that has to be mentioned, we saw at halftime the three officials called over the captains for both teams, and we're talking to them. So with Smoky Mountain having a player with one yellow card, and we have three players with one yellow card, basically telling them to calm down and relax and play the game of soccer. You would hate to see, you know, a play that's challenged be a second yellow card and one team playing down. If it does happen, we hope it's Smoky Mountain has to play down. But, you know, game of soccer and teenagers, anything can happen.
Absolutely. And, you know, Smoky and Franklin has always played very aggressive toward each other. And, you know, like I said, stats aside, it doesn't matter on this night. Who wins, it's bragging rights.
Absolutely. And, you know, you'd hate to see that red card come out, which means a player may not be able to play their next conference game. And I know the Panthers turn around in 2 days and have to travel to Hendersonville, the team that they just played well against last Friday. But again, another team top in the conference, and you want to have loaded gun. You want to have all your bullets ready to go when you play that game.
Oh, absolutely. Hendersonville might be one of those teams that we like to beat just about as much as we like to beat Smoky.
Yes,
I always tell my girls I like to beat every team, but you know, there's two or three that I like more than the rest, and you know, we're the Mountain Six, so that's about half of everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, talking to Coach Alazic before that game on Friday, he said Hendersonville.
There's a deep play by the Panthers.
Since we've been in the Mountain Six, have not beaten Hendersonville. So I know I'm getting ahead of myself. We got another second half of great action here. Hopefully the Panthers can put a couple goals on the board and come out of this game with a much-needed victory.
Yeah, 2-1 win here for the Panthers would be absolutely fantastic. I know their last couple scores were 2-1, not in our favor. So coming out of this game with 2 goals in the half is great. And you know, we've traditionally seen in the past the Panthers, the second half team. You know, we come out and definitely play a tough game in the second half.
Yes, Coach Kolazic good at making adjustments or readjustments and seeing what's working. And you know, he was a soccer player in college, so he knows those type of things that need to be done. Again, looks like they're going to call every little thing, really slow this game down. I don't know if that's to our advantage or to the Mustangs' advantage, but again, we're definitely noticing the officials tonight, Coach.
Absolutely, and you know, I think set pieces here are going to play to the advantage of Smoky. I think continuous play with that pressure is going to play to our advantage. We've just been more consistent about when we are putting the pressure on Smoky, coming out with the ball on top. Here we go. We got a little opportunity for some possession here.
Have a little space trying to play through. Nice ball.
It was great to a player.
See if you can get it down the sideline.
It's on the feet. Little trip there.
There's that whistle.
Yep. Now here's where Franklin needs to be a little bit more patient. Get their numbers forward, and give some quality play in, so we have an opportunity to score.
It looked like Luis Torres was going to take that ball, but he moved up and left it for number 5, Pablo Montalongo.
And you definitely want number 8. He's got great footwork, so getting that foot on a ball definitely plays to our advantage. That was
real good hands by the keeper there. Real good hands.
Yeah, there was a Panther right behind him, and if he doesn't come out and take that, there's a shot on the goal for sure.
Not a very good punt, but effective.
Yes.
Just again, a little shout out to the Franklin Panther Sports Network. the home of the Franklin Panthers. Again, with COVID-19 restrictions, not all fans can come to the game who want to. Only 100 fans on outdoor events. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you again to the Franklin Panther Sport Network for all that you do for Franklin High School and the people of Macon County.
Absolutely. And this is a surreal feeling. We're used to, with these matches, having the bleachers completely packed, lawn chairs all the way down the side, and it's quite an experience down here at the field. And it's like a piece is missing.
Absolutely.
I'm glad these players are out here having their opportunity to play, but that lack of attendance is going to definitely play into the future of the program. So, all the people listening on live, we got a GoFundMe page, and definitely reach out to the school and find a way to help support these youth athletes across all sports. So everybody's hurting right now, and we definitely want to see these players have their opportunities.
Yes, just to mention that Franklin Panthers Athletics do have their own GoFundMe page. If you like what you're hearing and you can't make it out to the game but would like to help some way, you can always donate directly on that page, or you can send a check to Franklin High School and put athletics in the memo, and all that money will go straight to the athletes. Again, losing revenue from the lack of sales tickets.
Throw in here by Smoky. This guy has quite an arm on him. It's defended well.
Oh, number 3 stepped up in a nice play by Jennings.
There we go. There we go. Definitely got well played there.
Well played. Glad a whistle did not come out on that one, as both players went down, but both players playing the game the way it was supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Good no call right there.
And, I think we're seeing the Panthers right now a little nervous. They're kicking a little bit hard. They're missing some of their passes. Right there in the middle, we had about 3-4 guys that could put some quality passes together.
And now I'm sure the goal scorer in the first half was number 10, Hunter Presley. Just saw his number here. Sorry if I said the wrong name to anyone I may have offended, but the lone goal in the first half by Hunter Presley off of a volley, a one-bounce volley that was just ripped into the top left part of the goal.
It was quite an amazing shot.
Panthers deep in their end trying to get the ball out.
It was a pretty deep clear there. And this is where it gets tricky. You got to make sure you hold it long enough to get some numbers forward to have help. But at the same time, you can't hold it too long because you will start to feel some pressure.
Nice move around the defender by Luis,
like a little handball there.
Torres. Player goes down, and here comes the whistle again.
Yeah.
And now anytime the whistle blown and they call a foul, either side's going to complain, thinking that he's only calling that player slips in that free kick, only calling that because of what happened in the first half.
Yep.
So again, frustrating as a coach, frustrating as a player, but again, hopefully the youth doesn't get to us, and the players will just keep playing.
Yeah. And we're getting some opportunities down here, but like I said, we're a little shaky on putting our passes back together. I think we saw better passing in that first half out of the Panthers. And here's a shot. Oh, and right there, that's where you got to crash the goal.
Real good play by the keeper. Real good play. Again, I believe that's Carson Seagraves.
Yep. And we had 2 Panthers there that should have been definitely up on that goal. They were caught watching the ball.
Yes, and we noticed that Friday against Hendersonville. A couple times we hit the post, got a ball off the keeper's hands, but we did not crash that goal to be able to get a rebound in. And Hendersonville did that once, and it looks like tonight Smoky Mountain did that once off that volley.
And and soccer is one of those games where just because you take a shot doesn't mean you get a goal, but you force an opportunity for one of your teammates to score. So for them to have that opportunity, they got to be there. It's a great play here. Smoky's playing it out of bounds.
Be a throw in for the Panthers. Again, your Panthers are wearing the red and the black tonight, and Smoky Mountain is in the white and now black if anybody has hit the ground tonight.
Absolutely. It looks like that field's getting a little bit more loose and slick as the evening's gone on.
Yeah, and then, as the sun goes down, as the sun has gone down, the dew will start coming onto the field. And, it's great to play under the lights, but not always fun.
I guess it depends on what's happening on the field, on the fun factor level.
Good point.
Always say I love playing in the rain as long as I'm winning.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're not happy and you're wet.
Good point. We had a few of those games when we coached
absolutely.
together, Coach.
No, absolutely. I think I remember one where it took me a couple days to get all the wet grass.
That was at East Henderson. It rained so hard and so much that night, we couldn't even tell if it was still raining because we were so wet. Ooh, shot by number 13. Number 13, Billy Ramirez, just off to the side. Will be a goal kick for the Panthers.
And those low shots like that, they score goals quite frequently.
And the Panthers have a substitution. Landon Green, number 2, has come in, playing the right wing. Again, another freshman on the team.
It's a good little contest here. And see, this is where the Panthers have shown tonight, is putting that pressure on Smoky and forcing those turnovers.
Definitely a lot of hand play going on there. Upper body play from both
wait
sides.
for that whistle to come. Looks to be in favor of Smoky.
Oh, nope, he switched.
No, switched it. Yeah, there we go. Now, this is where you want to do a quick play. Get it on that back side over there, number 2, number 8. Take advantage of Smoky not setting up.
Smoky. Panthers still in control of the ball in their half, trying to work it towards the goal, or
good
at least for an open shot. Makes a nice little move.
Oh, this could have a little promise in it.
And the Mustangs able to clear the ball out.
Looked like there might have been a little miscommunication there. There's 2 or 3 red shirts on each other.
Now trying to counter, and the ball rolls out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. But the Mustangs able to clear it out of their half, back on their heels there.
Absolutely.
Mustangs serving the ball in, seeing if they can crash the back off of the goal.
Right there's what you hate to see.
There's a shot. Oh, that's a great save. Great save by Isaac Jennings. Great save.
Yeah, that's one of those dangerous things where you get a player up in the corner and that pass to the center, top of the 18. Not for sure how many times I've tried to coach players to do that. I've only had a few to pull it off on a consistent basis.
That was well done by the Mustangs. They put 3 passes together, got a great shot, and Isaac Jennings equal to the task. Well done by the Panther goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's a junior keeper. He's got some great quality. It's been nice seeing him mature in that role over the years. Seeing him coming out as a freshman and his development over the time has been absolutely fantastic.
Have a stop and play here. The sideline official coming in for some reason.
He's got the flag on the ground too.
Looks like he's doing something to the goal. Maybe it came off its line.
It was a little post adjustment there.
I'm not going to make any comment about not being able to see something right in front of him, but can see that across the field. I'm not going to make that comment, Coach.
It is what it is, Coach.
Panthers need to clear this out. Maybe try to counter.
We got some forward play here.
Oh.
We got some slick field and
some aggressive play by both teams.
Yeah. They're letting it go.
Which they did early in the game, and then they started calling everything. It would be cleared by the Mustangs.
It's a pretty hard touch
Number
there.
4, Aaron Jennings, Isaac, the keeper's brother, coming up from his defensive spot, trying to get involved, trying to put some pressure on.
It's a big clear by Smoky.
Aaron taking the throw in. Looking for Luis, able to get a foot on it.
It's hard to tell which of these players are talking. Kind of look at like faces, pointing at someone, and listen for a sound.
Oh, that was a nice flick. Oh. Unfortunately, Luis just offsides. Great flick of the ball. Half a step behind the defender. In case of you guys out there in soccer land are wondering how the offsides calls, if you are behind the farthest defender before the ball is sent in, then the flag goes up. Some people will argue that those sideline officials are watching the ball and not watching the players, but if they're consistent with it, that's all you can ask.
Yeah, you definitely want the consistency. I mean, as long as it's consistent, it's not a problem. I'm personally a fan of those sideline officials watching the forwardmost player and listening for the ball, but I think a lot of times, we're all guilty of it. We like to watch the ball and the action And then when the ball is sent, you look over and he's got a step ahead. And if you're playing a hard pressing team, if you're pressing the offense hard.
They have numbers here.
Yep, they got
Mustangs
numbers.
have numbers. Oh, he left it for his player to come behind it. Good play defensively by Caleb Pevia.
Yep.
We've already talked about him being an all-conference selection last year, and he's up to the task.
Yeah, those back three players are definitely holding their own. You get a lot of people that aren't fans of the three in the back.
Well, with the three in the back, you better be good players.
You better be good.
And they definitely are. A lot of confidence that Coach Kolazic has installed in them to be able to play that system. Guys, when we're talking about three in the back, that's just 3 guys in front of your keeper, and then 5 midfielders, and then 2 farther up who are usually the goal scorers. So playing only 3 back is very untraditional. Usually you have 4, sometimes even 5. Usually it's a 4, but playing 3 back there is real tough. Oh, here's a through ball.
Whew.
And what's the official going to call here? They're calling a corner, which I believe was the right call.
Yep.
Looked like it was off on the Panthers.
There was a lot of red around that ball.
Yes. Always scary when that ball slides all the way through. You just got to hope you have somebody covering back there just in case that happens. And the Panthers did, and they were able to clear the ball, unfortunately, off the back line and give the Mustangs a corner. High arcing ball, trying to go far side.
Yep. A little bit overshot, I believe.
A little too far.
Smoky keeps it in, though.
So it's surprising they sent that ball because that's Smoky Mountain. That's in about the second row of the bleachers.
Absolutely, Coach.
And we have a substitution for the Mustangs.
They're pulling out number 3.
Calling off number 3, who is Ryan Walsizer. I believe he's also a baseball player. A lot of good athletes in that family.
So looks like they brought in number 11, which is Eric Flores.
Eric has 3 goals on the year. Oh, big throw in right in front of the goal.
Yep. Oh,
ball floating
great
around.
job by Isaac. He had 3 white jerseys all around him. He just laid out for it.
I don't think Isaac saw that ball really well because of the 3 white jerseys, but equal to the task. Great play by Isaac Jennings. Keep it a 1-goal game for the Panthers.
You know, a lot of people talk about, different positions on the field. A lot of people love the forwards, the guys that score the goals. Little trip up there. But that keeper position, you have to have nervous still back there. A lot of times you're throwing your body out, and you got people getting ready to kick right at you. So
here comes the count. Oh,
great composure.
Nice pass. Nice little
that
move.
Defense is holding up
Goes
real
with the
well.
left foot. Oh, and he's able to score.
Yes, those ball that was on the ground. That was lots of speed. That's hard to stop as a keeper. Every coach, I think, coaches that to their players. Keep the ball on the ground, shoot the ball on the ground.
I believe that was number 13, Billy Ramirez. He came into the game with 2 goals and an assist. He adds a goal there. Second goal is always tough, Coach, to give up. Hopefully, I always say in a 2-goal game, whoever gets the next one's going to win. So I really hope Panthers make this 2-1 and can continue the momentum and carry on. You also just have to hope that every teenager out there keeps their composure.
Absolutely.
And yes, this game is important, but so is the next one.
Absolutely.
So hopefully they'll all be able to still dress and play in the next game. Here's Isaiah Roots with the ball.
Great run.
Trying to come right back and get one of the goals
He stayed
back.
with it. Right there's what you want to see. If you get a little turnover, you want to come back and recover that ball. He stayed with it, kept it on our feet. So we got Luis over here.
Looking to cross.
He's got a nice drop back there behind him too.
Had 2 players right back there. Yes. Looked like he kind of forced that one, and down 2 goals, you might try to force a little bit, but they do have to keep their composure.
Yeah.
Because you can only get 1 at a time, so you can't get your second goal if you don't get your first one.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely on. So when you have those opportunities, you're definitely seeking out the goal. That patient play is hard to do when you're down. Smart play there by Isaac. He's got to recover quick.
This is where the Panthers had a little turnover last time, which led to a Mustang goal. See the water splashing up again, as you referred to earlier.
It's a good indicator of where the ball is.
The Mustangs seem to be working the ball on that right side predominantly, and then bringing it back to the middle. Here's the goal scorer from last time.
It's going to be a good clear. Oh. Spoke too soon. I was about to say that was a good clear. Here comes a foul.
There was a tackle from behind.
Yep.
Good call by the official. Gives the ball to the Panthers on a free kick.
This might give the Panthers just a quick second to set up. take a breath from that last goal and play their game.
You're talking about the keeper earlier having nerves of steel. They also have to have a short memory.
Yes. Sometimes they'll wear those.
Yes.
And I've seen Isaac be very resilient.
Oh, there's a great ball.
Oh, that's a great ball. This is a great opportunity. This should be a goal for us. Yes. That's a goal.
Number 4.
That might have been. He won't show us his number. He's running straight at the camera, straight at us right now.
Number 8.
Number 8. Luis.
That was Luis Torres with the goal. Luis had several shots on goal today. One hit the cross post earlier on a free kick. Able to cut the deficit and have just what the Panthers needed. Coach, if it bodes true what I said, the next goal is going to win this game.
You know, that lucky rabbit foot you get over there, this says Panthers are coming out with a win.
There should be a couple more goals for the Panthers. Again, can't get a third one till you get a second one. So able to cut that lead in half. Let's see if they can keep the momentum up.
Absolutely.
Just 23 minutes left in the game, so plenty of time. Don't need to rush. Don't need to do anything different. They've had success. They've possessed the ball.
And you maintain their pressure and keep push on the goal. Now earlier tonight I was practicing this, and one of my planned things was I was hoping number 8 would score because number 8 is great. So hopefully we get to see more of that.
Yes. Nice play. Nice tackle right there. It's a great tackle by Landon Green. Get the ball for the Panthers.
Yep. So we got one Panther that's great shielding on the ball right there.
How was the whistle not blown on that?
Number 18.
There's probably about 4 or 5 fouls before that one, Coach.
Oh, there was a lot of pushing and shoving there right in the back. You got to hit that early.
Here the Panthers are moving up.
All right,
they're letting Pablo Montalongo take this free kick. He's trying to send one into the left side of the box, our left, their right side of the box.
Yeah, I definitely would have liked to see him take a second to compose on that one and give his team more time to step. We were spread really wide on that back line. I don't know if that's by design, but right here where we're needing a goal, you want bodies on the goal and the ball right there in scoring position.
Absolutely. But the Panthers keeping the pressure on, trying to keep it on the Mustangs half, trying to get that equalizer.
It's up here. All right, here's an opportunity.
Around.
It's a nice little
Keepers
float.
Come out.
Oh, this could be good. If we can keep the ball right here, quick shot could be beneficial. That might be a corner. There was a lot of bodying too in that box.
And it is going to be a corner.
Yep. There's definitely a lot of shouldering up in that box down there. If the Panthers keep the ball in Smoky's penalty box down there, we might come out with a PK. They're definitely playing very physical in it. And
I know Coach Kolazic is a big believer in these set plays. In fact, I hear there's a notebook that each player has that have these plays drawn up. I wonder what he'll go to here to try to get the equalizer.
Well, I'm sure it looks like we got 3 guys lined up in the middle and 2 on that back side. You hate to see that happen.
That's a couple more gray hairs for all coaches, even former coaches right there. You got a chance at a corner. You don't even get the ball in play. We talked last Friday, like on a throw-in, when you lift a foot up on a throw-in, something basic in soccer like that has to be done, and that's why coaching careers are short.
Absolutely. How many years did you coach?
I was the varsity coach for 9 years.
9 years. A rather successful set of years there.
Yeah,
with some very, very big hitters.
Yes, some great players. I was in charge of not messing it up. Able to get to the state semifinals one year, in the 4th round another. So, yes, I was blessed with great players, and to all my former players, I could give a shout out there. Most of them are still around. Most of them still come out and support the Panthers. They still bleed Franklin red.
Absolutely, that's one of the beautiful. I mean, I'm sure it's this way with you too. When you're out, you see your ex-players. I have not yet to meet an ex-player that doesn't come over, talk, and say hi, and talk about their good times and good memories.
Absolutely. Nice play by Isaiah Roots to get the ball for the Panthers. Send it to Caleb Pevia up on the left side.
This is a great run here.
Real good run, looking to cross.
All right.
Oh!
So right there, that's a hard collision.
In basketball, it's either a block or a charge, but in soccer, no call.
No call. You call this a contact sport. Right there, that field played a big role in how that turns out.
Real good play by the keeper coming out and securing that ball.
Yeah, Luis was going for a shot off that one, and that planted foot came out from under him. That's a hard shot to make. A very skilled player has to pull that off.
On a dry field,
on
it's
a
a
dry
very hard
field,
shot.
yeah.
On a wet field, darn near impossible.
And we see what happens on a wet field right there.
Yes. But Luis is a quality player. In case you guys
Oh, here we
know.
go again.
There's Luis taking a shot.
Oh.
Did the keeper get a hand on that?
It looks like they're rolling. They're lining up for a corner. Yep.
It is a corner.
It is a corner.
Keeper just saved that one. That could have easily been a tying goal.
Now this looks like Coach Matt's sending all personnel in. I think that's a smart move. Get bodies in that box. You got Caleb Pivia, who's more than capable of handling a quick counter right there. Looks like him and number 16 or 18 matched up on top. And
hopefully this corner will give us a chance. Last time it was unsuccessful kicking it out of bounds, never came in. So hopefully this ball, we can hook this ball in and find a Panther head or a foot or something. Yep. Even a Mustang foot or a head. If it goes in, that's all that really matters. Now,
I thought Coach Matt was pulling a little trickery there, pulling that sub on that one. Sometimes you get that sub to stop short, and you can pass it out to him at the top of the box, and they're wide open for a little bit of a shot. Panthers doing a good job here, keeping it in. All right, here's some fans calling for a handball. Oh, that's...
Oh. No call on that.
Yeah. That was definitely a leg out, and he definitely was stumbling over an obstacle. So,
because technically, if that's not a foul, then that's a dive, and that can be a card. But who's being technical tonight? 17 minutes left of the ball game. We have Smoky Mountain 2, your Franklin Panthers 1. Again, thank you to Franklin Panther Sports Network for bringing this game to you.
Oh, we got a whistle on this one. It makes me wonder why that other one down there was not a whistle. It seemed like that was a little bit more of a dangerous play.
Exactly. Panthers pushing up here. We got number 5, Pablo Montalongo, on the ball, trying to find a Panther on the other end to get a game-tying goal.
Absolutely.
Looks like he's taking a little more time on this one, letting the Panthers set up.
Yep, definitely.
Seeing his options.
Yeah, getting that ball where it needs to be is 9/10 of the struggle. And right here's a great opportunity. Let's get a crashing on that goal. I think they were a little hesitant waiting for that ball to rattle around instead of pressing on it.
Absolutely. Good call, Coach.
It was a great play by the Panthers. Great play. Another pressure on the keeper. And I like seeing that there was good pressure on the keeper there from one of the forwards. If wet field, slick ball.
Strange things can happen.
Yeah, being there might give you an opportunity.
Landon Green trying to get a tip off the Smoky Mountain defender. Unfortunately missed him, so it'll be their throw in. And the Mustangs are subbing.
And this comes to the point of is Smoky playing a tactic here with these rapid subs? You can milk the clock down a little bit with those substitutions.
You found out on the last broadcast that if it's in the last 5 minutes and the team that is leading is sub, the clock actually stops. So that's something that coaches used to do a lot of. I'll tell you, I used to do it a lot, and we would sub for someone who was farthest away because the clock wouldn't stop. But
yeah, I would have a rotation of the girls, like especially if we're ahead by even by a considerable amount. Put one girl on the field, rotation. As soon as she goes in, put another one. Oh, that's
there's a little miscommunication by the officials. The sideline ref appointed Franklin ball, and the center ref said no, Smoky ball. So luckily that throw-in didn't catch us off guard there. So good job by the Panthers defense there.
Yep. And you hate seeing that miscommunication on the field.
Yes.
I always think they defer to the sideline because he's on the side of the ball it goes out on.
Right.
Should have the better view. The center ref does. He is the last voice on all calls.
Here's Smoky Mountain trying to send it in. No forward up there. Isaac with the ball. Isaac Jennings with the ball. Throwing it out, going to the left side here.
This is good to keep our possession up right here. Definitely get the ball back over on Smoky's side and keep the pressure on them. I think if they get a goal, they'll have Smoky very frustrated and cracking under the pressure.
Absolutely.
So maybe that
14
that
minutes
prediction.
left in this game. Throw in for the Panthers down at their end. See if they can take advantage. Unfortunately, throw in finds a Mustang head.
All right, Smokey just cleared it up deep in the field.
Looks like Mustangs scrambling a little bit here, not really trying to possess, just trying to get it out of their end and survive. And with 13 minutes left, 13-plus minutes left, it's a long time to do that.
It's a very long time. And I think the Panthers have been consistently pressuring them down there tonight, and they don't want any of it. So if we can get the Mustangs upfield, they're thinking that's going to be better for them. But it comes back down to that possession.
Here's the Mustangs coming down. Looks like we might have had an illegal throw-in when they had awarded the Panthers a throw-in, but then next thing you know, the Mustangs had the ball. So I don't know if it was a lift of the foot or just a missed call.
Yeah, we always try to coach drag that foot and exaggerate that you leave it on the ground. It's very easy for a player to forget that.
Mustangs kick the ball right off the Panthers' foot, setting up a corner. Got to play great defense here. Looks like they're dropping almost everybody back, or dropping everybody back to clear this ball.
Yeah, Smokey's leaving 3 defenders up top. They're not necessarily seeking a goal at this point. They are they want to make sure we don't have an opportunity against them. So they're keeping a +1 against our top 2.
And here's Smoky Mountain subbing again. Last 5 minutes the clock stops, but up till then it keeps running.
That's just very intelligent coaching. You want to do that every second that ticks off the clock is a second we cannot attack you.
Good call. Coach Brown calling out a play for his Mustangs. They get a hit on it.
They get a touch on it.
And another touch by number 21. He tries to send it in the box. Panthers are attempting to clear, and it looks like they will. Yes, they will.
Yep. I'm trying to play quick possession there. It's very hard in those clear situations. Whoever gets that ball has got to hold it and give your team time to catch up. There's a way to keep the possession.
Oh, there could be a whistle.
Right, yeah, I was about to say.
I think the Panthers need to take their time on here, push all their players up, as many as they can.
I think that's what we're going to see. Well, no, he's rushing it.
Oh, they went real quick, trying to catch him off.
Yeah. Well, it worked to our advantage.
Touch by a Mustang.
Yeah, that gets us in a corner. So,
Coach, I think back in the day we'd call for El Charro right here. See if we can get one on the backside of the goal.
Yeah. Man, we had all kinds of different plays. You'll be proud to hear that I've kind of moved away from that and just kind of post the girls in positions. And
well, Coach, we called several plays, but we ran the same one every time.
The other team didn't know that.
No, they did not. Our guys didn't know that either, so I think that worked to our advantage.
Well, they also like to go eat El Charro, too, after games. So
yeah, shout out to one of our Mexican restaurants in the area, El Charro, for all your Mexican food needs.
Absolutely.
So, Coach Long, we're getting about 10 minutes left in the game. I think the Panthers might have to start pushing up some numbers. And we talked about this on Friday with Trevin here, is when you start pushing up, 2 things are going to happen. You're either going to get a goal to score, to tie the game, or you're going to give one up.
Yeah.
And, in the grand scheme of things, if you lose by 1 goal, lose by 2, it really doesn't matter.
Yes.
So you might as well take that chance. We'll see how long Coach Kolazic waits before he really starts pushing people up.
That's the big key. Is like when do you say we're going to risk it?
Yes.
10 minutes. That's a long time. It's going to be short time on the air right now, but on that field.
I don't know if the people tuning in or listening to us, they might think this is one of the longest games ever, Coach.
It's the commentators. Definitely not the game. Definitely the commentators. But definitely, you want to be pressing. Panthers are making good runs up here. I think they keep running what they're doing for a while longer.
Yeah, they are getting constant pressure on the Mustangs.
Yeah. Now I think what they're going to definitely have to do is when they get these fouls or these throw-ins over here, that's when they need to press those numbers up and take a little time to set up to ensure the best opportunity. Looks like Smokey's coming back with the ball here on a throw-in. Taking their time.
That ball was a lot farther down. I thought the Mustangs had sent it out of bounds. And we're coming on the 9-minute mark left in the game. We have the Mustangs 2, the Panthers 1. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Exactly what we expected out of these two teams, Coach. A well-fought game. got a little out of control there, and the referee tried to clean it up.
Yep.
But the second half, a lot cleaner on both sides, and they're playing soccer. And both, there's a questionable throw in that wasn't called.
It's still going.
Yes. Let's see if it works to our advantage. Be another throw-in for the Panthers. Let's see if they take their time on here and try to push some numbers up, as you were alluding to earlier.
Yes. And this is a great opportunity where number 4 just gets a step here in front of 18. And
trying to throw it in the box. It looks like towards Luis. Oh, and it's a goal kick.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good job there. The receiving forward number 17. He kind of gave a little bump, hoping to get that call.
What I liked from Luis, they're playing with his back to the goal. Every year I try to find a player who do that. A lot of players don't like to do that, but Luis did that. Unfortunately, wasn't able to control the ball and it went out on him, but I still like that. I think Coach Kolazic likes that also.
I think all coaches like that.
Yeah, a lot of players don't want to sacrifice their body. They think it's soccer instead of basketball, but if you get a player who can play with their back to the goal and distribute from there, just makes your offense that much better.
Oh, absolutely. Smoky's resorting to very deep, hard clears.
Takes some time to get the ball thrown back in.
Yep.
And that ball was thrown, it looked like it was thrown out of bounds.
Yeah.
So now the Mustangs will get the throw in. And another thing that adds a few gray hairs to coaches.
Yeah, you can't be giving up those opportunities, especially with that field position.
And every possession is key, like you alluded to, absolutely.
And it looks like both the teams are showing a little bit of fatigue right now. They seem to be playing a little bit slower coming in. So you wonder if you got some players you've been resting on the bench that you can put in now that'll have an advantage over another tired player.
And you also have wet shoes and wet socks. It definitely doesn't help you move any quicker.
Oh, right.
He said play on.
Yep.
They had the advantage right there. He could have blown the whistle, though, once they lost the advantage.
Yep. That's one of those moments as a coach you definitely want the foul over the play on.
Oh, there's a nice touch by a Mustang player, and he takes a shot wide right. Kind of ambitious right there, shooting from about 20 yards out on the run on a wet field.
Yeah. Once again, Smoky does not have to score at this point. They just need to let the clock run down, force us to take time to do goal kicks, throw-ins. That all eats seconds off that clock.
Yes.
Panthers are definitely playing full body, willing to.
Oh, nice play by a Mustang defender right there. 2 Panthers on him, able to clear the ball somewhat.
There, that's
definitely a foul right there.
And he's giving
the
a play on.
Says play on. Oh. Looked like Panther player would have been offsides if he went for that ball.
Yeah.
I think that was Luis up there.
Definitely think that foul needs to be called right there. That was a pretty hard hit.
Yes. 5.5 minutes left. Yeah, something like that. I'd much rather have the possession than the play on.
Oh, absolutely. And you try to coach your players to know what it feels like to have a defender draped over your back. But sometimes that draping can get you a foul.
Be able to get to it.
Yep.
He is in that wet corner.
A little mistouch right there.
Nice little pass over to Solomon Espinal, unable to.
There's a big
corral
kick ball. Alex needs to, Isaac needs to come out and get it. He's waiting for it.
Excuse me, Isaac's going to come out and let it get to him.
Yep.
They're trying to counter. Last 5 minutes of the game.
I think right here is where you start putting the push on.
Yes, you may take a couple more chances right here, because again, it doesn't matter 1 goal or 2 goals, but if it turns into a tying goal, even better. Something I noticed in the 2 games that I've seen of the Panthers, they do not quit. They keep playing hard every second of every game.
Yeah.
And that's just a straight reflection of the coach.
Yeah.
So shout out to Coach Kolazic on that.
They're not giving up.
Take a step to the ball. Oh, I thought he was going to try to one-time that. Instead, 3 Mustangs are able to corral him and clear the ball.
Absolutely. I think right now with a lot of Panthers, they're looking at scoreboard 2-1, and that's an unfriendly number. I think they're going to do everything they can to change that board.
Yes, one way or the other.
Absolutely.
Again, Smoky really, again, like you said, do not need to score. The Panthers are playing against the Mustangs and the clock right now. So kind of hard for the Panthers to score if it's not on their foot. So
yep.
that's
I love that.
Ball coming through. Oh, nice play by the Mustangs, just able to clear it. We'll
right
give a throw into the Panthers, who are playing rather quick right here.
Yep. And you love seeing those players, you know, he gets down and he was back up and then going for the ball again, then back up and going for the ball again.
And we have a foul on the Mustangs. So Franklin has a real good shot here, good free kick. They got to take their time. I would definitely be pushing everybody up.
Yeah. It's without a question at this point to get them players on the goal.
Yes, I'd push even more players up.
Yeah.
If they counter, they counter. But if you score, even better. Going on 3 minutes left in the half in a 2-1 game. Free kick for the Panthers.
It's a great service.
A little too far right to the keeper.
Yep.
Good look, though. Real good look. I like how they were patient. I think he sent a really good ball in, just unlucky on that one.
Yep.
3 minutes to go in the game.
I think his teammates were looking for something more in the center. But that was a great service there. Unfortunately, you know, Panther couldn't get a body on it.
Oh, nice play by the Mustangs there.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: even if Smoky doesn't score on this possession, they had the ball with 3 minutes left, and they've taken another minute off the clock.
Yeah, this is where if you're Smoky, you send a player to the corner with a ball and you shield it.
Yes.
If you get a corner, good. If it's a goal kick,
still in.
That's okay.
And that ball is out on.
Like
nobody's calling that. It must have been out on the Panthers. No one's calling it. We're going on 2 minutes left in the half.
Yep.
Now, Coach, I think you got to let it all hang out. Yet another way to get a few more seconds off. Act like you're going to throw it in. Leave it for another player to come. Every team in soccer does that.
Yes. No, never mind. My defense can come those in for me.
He's just trying to throw it to the corner,
which is smart. That's exactly what they should be doing. Defender did a great job of getting possession back and looking upfield to see.
Aaron's got to be a little bit better on that. Keep that ball in play. I don't know if he's trying to get a deflection or not, but we need to keep our possession.
Absolutely.
Minute and a half left. Looks like the Mustangs are going to drop that ball again. Let someone else throw it. No, I take it. You take it.
Oh, absolutely.
How far up are they moving up? Did not look like the ball went out of bounds.
You know, the ball's also slippery, so sometimes you can drop the ball too.
Yes.
We've seen it all.
Yes. And we might have even coached it all. I'm not sure.
I would never do such a thing, Coach.
Great play by the Mustangs there. Instead of sending out the end line, giving a goal kick right to the left, or excuse me, to the left of the flag. So we're a deep throw in for the Panthers. We got a minute left. Someone's sending a ball all the way over from the other side.
Yep.
It's taking the Panthers a long time to get this ball in. Last minute of the game.
All right, here's the ball that came rolling in.
We got 2 soccer balls on the field.
Yeah, and this is just frustration, trying to rush, trying to get something to happen. Ball definitely needs to be off the field right there.
Yes.
Got 40 seconds left on the clock.
Jaden Pevia taking that throw in.
Everybody's got to go. Here's this.
Ball down the middle. Let's see if Luis can get there. Nice play by the Mustangs.
All right, I think he's going to be able to get some possession out of this.
Nice play by Luis. Yep. Let's see if we can get a shot on goal here, or maybe even a drop-off.
Here we go. That's actually good service.
That's a real good.
Had a rebound
almost a
shot.
volley. Another one.
Here it is. All right, got to get it wide. He's got to get that ball wide. Keeper's going to walk this up.
If I'm coaching this keeper, I tell him kick it as far as he can, even if it goes out of bounds.
That's
even if it goes out of bounds, that's okay.
7 seconds.
Seconds are going. Let's see if we
Definitely
get
want
one
that
more
out
shot
bounds
off
up
in the last
higher.
5 seconds.
Oh. You got to give it to the Panthers. They gave it all they had right there to get a goal.
And, Coach, there's that dreaded 2-1 score. You know what I always said after game in a 2-1 game? I want the 2. But, hey, a well-fought game right there. Typical game for Franklin Panthers and Smoky Mountain in the Battle of Cowie Mountain. The Mustangs come out on top 2-1 in a really good game.
Absolutely.
Goal scored by Smoky Mountain was number 10, Hunter Presley, and then number 13, Billy Ramirez. The lone goal for the Panthers was scored by number 8, Luis Torres. Again, another good game for the Panthers. Unfortunately, comes out on the losing end. They fall to 3-3 on the year and 2-3 in the conference. Smoky Mountain now moves to 5-0-2 on the year and 5-0 in the conference. A lot of good things from the Panthers tonight. Playing the first place team in the conference, playing them on one goal. Could have been another way. Again, not the outcome that Coach Kolosik wants, but I don't think he's going to be too upset with the way his team's played.
No, absolutely. And, you know, those boys definitely came out there. They played a very solid game. They were aggressive. They kept pressure up. You know, they played a great Smoky Mountain team. They played well. And, you know, as a coach, you always tell your players, you know, if we lose and we fought our best game, you go home proud with that. If you lose because you played subpar, we got to work on that. And I think right here with what we saw the Panthers, we saw better passing. We saw more pressure on the offense there, and that clearly gave us a major edge against Smoky, keeping the pressure on them and not letting them have extended periods of possession.
All right, Panthers fans, the next varsity soccer game will be on Wednesday as they travel to Hendersonville. I believe it's just one game because the JV is going to play the day after, I believe, or 2 days after. But they'll travel to Hendersonville on Wednesday. The next broadcast from the Franklin Panther Sports Network will be next week. I believe it's Monday as the Panthers play host, I believe, to East Henderson. I believe that's who they have. But for Coach Long, I'm Coach Neitz, Ken Neitz. Thank you for joining us. Again, shout out to Franklin Panther Sports Network. Can go to the GoFundMe page for the Franklin Panthers Athletics and donate that way or send in a check. For all of you who tuned in, yes, away game Wednesday against Hendersonville, and then they play Brevard at home. Brevard at home next Monday. So that'll be our next broadcast here. Again, Coach Long, thank you for joining me tonight. Panther fans, hang in there. Coach Kolosik, good job for the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Have a good evening.
Scene 12, take one.
Welcome. All of us here at Drake Software are so happy that you're here with us today.
The Drake Software Education Team is hard at work preparing for the 2019 Update Schools.
Welcome to Tax and Subjects Podcast. I'm Ryan Norton.
Hey, and welcome to Taxes and Tacos. My name is Paul.
And I'm Sue.
Call me today so we can make you part of the Drake family. Real people, real solutions, Drake Software.
Choose Frontworks to save time, staff, and you this tax season.
Franklin sits in Macon County. Within Macon County, we have the Nantahala National Forest, which is roughly 500,000 acres of a pristine environment for you to get out and play.
We are Highlands Aerial Park, and we love Macon County.
There's plenty to do and memories to be made in our little mountain town. We hope you enjoy your stay in Franklin with your pup.
So we're ready to go. All right. Well, hello. Oh, goodness, I'm already off to a bad start.
Sticking this landing? Not so simple.
Allie Roots Jr. Bathing 2 check and on the soft floor.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panthers football.
Yeah!
Pass complete.